Hello and welcome to this week's plan with me. So I thought I'd start off a little bit differently this week and just show you how my weeks kind of roll from one to the other, because there's lots of people at the minute that are fretting about setting up their new bullet journal, getting all their collections in, starting their monthlies and their weeklies, and then suddenly realising that they want to put a new collection in and they kind of fret over where they're going to put it. And the whole point really of the bullet journal system is that it's a collection of lists, and if you use the index correctly with your page numbers, you can put things in any orders that you like. I know there are people out there that like to have things in certain places, but I'll show you how I do mine, and you can just see that everything's just all higgledy-piggledy, but that's the way I like it. So this is last week's spread. You can see I've got my habit tracker done. I haven't done any of my cartoon doodles. I've had so much going on with work starting this week and getting back to school and things that it just hasn't happened. I will catch up though. Here's all my to-dos and bits that have happened. We didn't get to the beach today. We kind of spent the time at home doing the shopping, and my husband finally managed to get out on his bike. He's been wanting to go out for a long time, and he finally managed to get out. Really enjoyed making my Ravenclaw crest. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So this week I did some journaling. Here's my kind of daily journaling, and we got a new printer recently, and I've managed to print out a few pictures and get them stuck in. On Monday we went to the Seal Sanctuary, which is kind of our last big day out before the end of the summer holiday. So I've got lots of pictures and bits of what we got up to, and a little bit of journaling. And then I didn't want to take up too much space. It's literally just a few bits of information from the day. So we moved house at the beginning of the summer, and we knew that I would be able to get the train to work. So this was just one of my train tickets I got in. Again, just a bit about my daughter's first day at school. And then here at the weekend, I originally was going to put it on open up like a whole new page for it and then I was like, the weekend is going to take up a whole double page, what would I put on the rest of the space? So I decided I'd just do a really quick weekend bit and squeeze it in, because we didn't really get up too much. So there we go, I squeezed it in. And then so this is my American Horror Story TV tracker. I actually drew this on paper and I've stuck it in with one of those glue roller runner things. This is a printable in my Etsy shop at the moment, if you want it, ready for the next season, Apocalypse, which is coming out on the 12th. And I've just rewatched Murder House and Coven in preparation for that, but I think I'm going to go through and watch the rest of them. And then I needed a new program to binge watch while I'm doing my designing and things, and I found iZombie, so I quickly whipped up a iZombie tracker, and I've actually put this in my new Facebook group. The link will be in the bio, and it's also, if you go through my Instagram, you can find it on there. I think it's called the Yellow Bujo Printables, and I've actually uploaded this as a free download. So if anyone out there watches iZombie, there you go, got a free tracker sorted. And then I needed a new Instagram tracker because my previous one was all full up. See if I can find it. It's right near the beginning. There you go, all completed. So I needed a new one, and hopefully it won't be too long till I can fill in that next Instagram camera. I like this style. It's nice, simple, it does exactly what I want it to do. So I've left it the same. In fact, I've had the same style one.
I don't know that one.
Thanks, Alexa. I've actually had the same style Instagram tracker for the last 3, I think, just because it's simple and easy to do. And again, I think it's on there as a printable on my Etsy shop. And so there's the blank page I was going to use for my journaling for this week. But I'm actually going to use this as like a master grocery list, because we do our shopping online, and every week we sit down, we make a list of the meals, which are inevitably the same meals pretty much every week, and then we go through what we need for each meal. And again, because it's the same every week, it just seems silly for me to have to write it down again and again and again. So I figured I'd just make a spread, keep it all in here, and then whatever we've got already, obviously we won't need to order, but everything else will be on here. So that's my plan for this page. And then here we are for this page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn you over to VoiceOver and we'll get going on this week's weekly. Okay, so here I am drawing out the train. It's the Hogwarts Express, if you hadn't realised, fitting in nicely with my Harry Potter theme. And I've only used 4 pens this week, I think. I used my Staedtler Pigment liners, the 0.1 as usual, and the 1.0. I use the 0.1, that really fine tip for all of my doodling, and the lines for my habit tracker. And then I use the 1.0 for outlines for my boxes, because I like the way it looks. And then I've got my 2 Tombows, the grey one, the N75, and then that red is 845. And I think that's pretty much it, really. That's all I need to tell you. I lied. I used a black Tombow N15 to colour in the letters for September, and also Monday. There's a lot of black, so I figured I'd use the Tombow to fill that in rather than waste my pigment liner. And I also used a mild liner, gold coloured one. I don't know the name of the colour, but it does a really good job of kind of creating that gold effect. And that is it. So here we are, here's my final spread. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. I decided to go with just a pop of red. I really like the way it looked on my Lighthouse weekly I did a few weeks back, and just bringing in that accent colour. And I kind of did the same thing last week with the Ravenclaw one, with just that blue and a bit of that gold. I've toned it down even more this week and just gone through the red, and then I've used that grey again. So I've got my weekly habit tracker and chore tracker, and this just keeps me on track from day to day. And then I plan out the meals for the week, so that I know exactly what we're having, when we're having it, so when I need to defrost things and get things organised, etc. Got my to-do list, and then I've got a box for each day, any events that come up and any things specific to-dos that need to happen, I pop in there. And then I have on this final page just set up ready for my daily for Monday, just a little bit of journaling. I really like the way it worked last week. I'm hoping that I might stick with this for a while, but I haven't got many pages left, so we'll see if I can fit the rest of September in. So there we go. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and there's that bell there that will notify you when my next video comes out. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!